and welcome to another half episode of A Problem with Faith. Alright, as you guys left off, last session, just as a recap, you guys had solved the problem of the well at the town, with some unanswered questions that popped up at the end as usual, and you are back at the Green Dragon Inn enjoying a reveling song. As you're sitting there, tensions are great, our tensions are low, everyone's happy and nice and fun times. The tensions are great, yeah, thanks. Suddenly, Ost and Pock just poof into nothingness. They just are no longer there. They vanish from in front of you. Which one's which?
Am I seeing things?
And
it's the gods.
In their place, a female human appears. Introduce yourself. Female human who suddenly have appeared in a bar with surrounding people. You knew you were being transported, you just didn't know where.
Oh. Well, I guess I can't really complain with this result.
You know what? I'd have to say Austin Pock are much more attractive now. I'm okay with this.
Hello. I suppose you're the party I was sent here to meet?
A party? Who
Yeah.
sent
I mean, this is a good time. I guess you could call it a party.
Yeah. This day just keeps getting better and better. I was talking to my god like a second ago, and he's like, hey, you're about to go adventuring, and this seemed like a really bad idea, but this doesn't seem so bad.
I mean, we just cleaned a well, so I mean, look at that.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is this the same god that we encountered at the
Was
beginning
it like
of our
a little
adventure?
gnome-looking thing?
It was not. It was your god of magic, not the same gnome. Not that it was definitely not a gnome.
No. This was my god of magic. I would say arcane, but I think it's more often that I'm sorry. So, I'm preemptively, I'm very, very sorry that you got saddled with me, guys. But I think I was supposed to have presents for you guys, right?
Oh.
Whoa, wait a minute. Presents?
Hold up. Presents, though? Like, it's nice to see you. I'm Davros, by the way, but,
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to, I forgot what we called ourselves, but we'll call ourselves now the party.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, thank you. I'm not sure if you guys have met Nomergon.
That's the gnome who owns the city. He's the Lord Mayor of the city you're in.
Didn't we meet him for like a split
yeah,
second?
we met him.
You guys definitely met him.
We met him.
Very charismatic, very awesome, very good.
So I've been apprenticing with a good friend of his, Lessa, and I don't know if I got sent on this mission because I was too obnoxious for her to deal with anymore, or if you guys are really this hard up for help, but...
I did almost die to a tree.
Yeah, it was
sweet.
great.
So we are running about the same level. Okay, sweet.
But this is
yeah.
This is strange though. We currently aren't on any mission, and we weren't informed of anything.
Yeah, I was about to, after I finished this ale, I was about to go back to the Temple of Nerul, pray a bit, do what I'm supposed to. Kill some people if I have to.
So you're actually a competent defender of yourself? Because I don't like being with you guys.
We're competent in the sense of we haven't died yet.
Well, I'm the best in my class, if you ask.
No, you're not.
Davros, shut up.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry there. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, look at... Okay, first off, he's got this Eldritch Blast that'll send you flying.
So what does everyone see, by the way? Just a rough description. Doesn't have to be too technical.
See of what?
Like, what is she looking at when Davros is talking? Describe yourselves.
Oh, me? Oh, so I'm still kind of, Oh, let me pull this up. I wrote it down somewhere so I wouldn't have to...
Varys, you're up while he's looking it up.
Alright, I found it. So, I'm a taller human. I'm wearing a dark cloak that hides most of my features. Underneath, I got my hood up. I always have my hood up. It's just who I am. Got dark eyes. So, you know, just like kind of dark eyes with like a point in the center. Then, you know, I got long black hair, pretty much black. If you could think like a goth Grim Reaper looking thing, that's kind of what I am. Oh, you just moved me when I was looking at my bio.
Oh, my bad. I'm just trying to read things.
Can I go back to my bio real quick?
Yeah, I'm going there right now. There you go.
Okay. But you can kind of see through the light in the room that I've got like this metallic circlet on my head. So I got that going on. Big scythe on my back, and then I have an amulet with that has a skull and a scythe on it, which is the religious symbol for Nerul. That's the only thing that like hangs out of the cloak.
Is he a robot to anyone else or just me?
Yeah, robot.
You guys are robot-y for me.
Yeah.
Just settled though.
Yeah, so you're robot-y to us too.
Okay, that's fun. Alex, if you hit your push to talk, we can hear what you said.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're robot-y.
Oh, and you're robot-y for me. Is Alex robot-y for you guys?
No, you're the only one that's
No, I
robot-y
was
to me.
gonna say no one else sounds robot-y.
Alright, then we will go to just recording because...
There's kind of a universal robot thing going on for me too. Should we? I don't know.
Yes,
Let's relaunch.
Connect.
we don't
Okay.
hear each other, but
Alright.
what are we doing?
Relaunching it.
Oh, well, now you sound fine.
Same, but I'll relaunch Discord anyway.
Hey.
Still recording, I just turned off the... Alright, there we go, back.
I'm back.
Hey y'all. Yeah,
All right,
me
I think
too.
we're good.
I turned off the stream, but I'm still recording, so
Yeah, you're good.
that might help.
Cool.
So anyway, so back then, and the only other thing is noticeable bulges underneath the cloak from armor. That's about it.
Cool.
That's what I look like.
I missed weapons visible.
Just a scythe on my back.
Cool. All right. How about you, Varis?
All right, so the most notable feature that everyone sees with Varys when they first approach him is whatever mask that he appears to don on. Right now, he's wearing a white mask, almost similar to, you know, the happy drama mask you get that you see in culture and all that kind of stuff. He wears this mask, but you can tell kind of like he's wearing a half cloak, but you can see a little bit that the skin around his neck has been severely burned. He's pretty skinny. Actually skinnier than a normal drow elf would normally be. But despite he's wearing a half cloak that's kind of torn at the end, but wearing a really, really nice set of fine clothes with a leather jerkin and some leather pads on the pants. The half cloak covers his left side for the entirety of it. You can't see his left arm whatsoever, except kind of like the protrusions that come out when he's stretching. But his right arm is completely open and covered in armor.
Awesome. Well, it's very nice to meet you both. I am Julia. Sort of, if she were standing up fully straight, she'd be kind of tallish, but she's pretty stooped a lot of the time. You can tell that she's really used to apologizing for things. Oh, sorry, I ruined your party. That kind of thing. She carries a spell component pouch, and that makes you slightly nervous being around somebody who looks this inconfident wielding some sort of arcane magic. So she's like, you know, oh yeah, I said something about gifts. Yeah, let me find that. She rustles through her bag and pulls out a small guinea pig in a cage. It's black and it's kind of matted down. It looks like a pretty rough guinea pig, and I'm like, which of you would this be for?
Oh my god.
Davros,
I have
you're,
since I was a kid.
Davros, your head thing does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Since I was a kid, I have loved guinea pigs. In fact, I had one as a kid that died when I burned my house down. That's a whole nother story. But I would love to have this guinea pig.
Oh, absolutely. Here you go.
I just grab the
Guinea
guinea
pig,
pig, immediately let it out of the cage.
Upon closer inspection, you can tell that the matted fur, it's actually matted by dried blood, and
I swear to God, I did not hurt it.
and it smells faintly of cinnamon. Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Oh, I want insight too. Hold on.
It's whatever the first number is.
All right. Okay. This, guinea pigs. Whenever she was handing it over, it seemed really skittish and kind of worried about. Whenever you let it out of the cage, it like leaps into your hands, like it's thrilled to be there. You're not sure why, but this guinea pig seems really comfortable with you.
I kind of like pull my hood back enough so that I can set him on my shoulder underneath the cloak.
Her happily scurries in there, kind of like head nuzzles at your neck, but doesn't nip at you, doesn't any errant scurrying. It's very, very content being there.
Well, I'm glad you found I'm glad you found a friend, Davros. Maybe you can stop bugging me so
Hey,
much.
stop being mean to Death. He's cool, all right?
I don't believe in death.
Well, you're looking right into the face of Death. Do you do anything cool, little buddy?
Go ahead and make a reflex save.
All right. Reflex.
Mhm.
So.
Or sorry, dexterity.
I was
My
like,
bad. Old habits die hard.
ah!
All right.
Natty,
You're up.
Natty 1, and then I have a -1.
Your cloak is ripped off of you as your guinea pig shudders slightly and expands into a very, very, very good-looking scythe. The entire handle is basically a tower of skulls that go up and down. They go up the entire length of it. It's probably about a foot taller than your scythe, and the blade is actually serrated.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
So I'm gonna name it Death simply because that's what I named the guinea pig. But quick question: stats on this bad boy, so I can put it in my item. Is it still the same 2d4 + 4 or whatever?
You will learn more about it whenever you attempt to use it in combat.
But what should I put it as for now?
You will learn more about it whenever
Alright.
you attempt to use it in combat.
So right now he's just Death.
It's a little too gothy for me, but I'll admit it's a very
So
fine-looking
as
weapon.
he switches into the scythe, right, I reach up and kind of grab it because it's just sitting there.
And your cloak is ruined.
Yeah, I realized.
Okay.
Now,
After about 18 seconds, it turns back into a guinea pig in your hand.
okay.
Oh, also, I reach back into the bag and pull out a metal rose. It's about 10 inches long, has petals that look kind of silvery with thin, detailed leaves and a collapsible stem. The
My
odor of
lady,
cinnamon
where have you
fragrance.
found this flower? It is gorgeous.
It was also given to me by my god Bakab when he sent me here to meet you.
This is for me.
Apparently, he just gave me these things and said that you all would know what to do with them when you got them. So, here, she flourishes it towards you and trips a little bit and almost breaks it.
Varys quickly puts his hand under her arm before she begins to fall and keeps her up. And kind of speaks in a very, very direct tone. Careful, careful, you'll damage the flower. And he quickly takes it out of your hand.
Hey, Death,
Oh,
don't
sorry,
try and take the
sorry.
flower out of his hand.
Death does not respond.
Aw, dang.
Whenever you're Varys, you have the flower, you take a look at it. It looks as if it should be pretty heavy. Like it just has, you see a metal flower, you don't think, oh, this is going to be light and dainty. It is very light and dainty, but it doesn't feel weak. What kind of knowledge or what kind of skills? Let me check your character sheet. You can do it, roll 20. I believe in you. Yeah, give me a perception.
Perception? Okay.
All right. You're very certain this is mithril.
Oh wow.
The silver luster, the strength, everything else. You've seen weapons like this. You've wished you owned one, but you've seen them, and immediately upon grasping it, two things happen. One, you smell cinnamon. Two, you are convinced that you are absolutely the most charming individual. More so, you are the most charming individual than anyone else could possibly ever have been. So the reason that people aren't flocking to you must clearly be because they haven't noticed you yet.
So Varys kind of like gleams over the flower for a good long while. I've only seen the greatest warriors of my kind wield such a material such as mithril. And clearly our god chose me, the finest of our party, to wield such a beautiful antique. Anyone smell cinnamon?
Yeah, I've noticed the cinnamon smell
That's
too.
kind of lovely.
Do you know why it smells like cinnamon?
Angelia, when you're digging through your bag to get things, you notice an extra thing inside your bag, and you're not really sure. You're not really sure what to think of it, because typically, whenever there's fire inside of a enclosed area, it's cause for alarm, but you don't seem very alarmed by it. But there seems to be a torch that is burning a light inside your bag.
Interesting. I pull it out and I stick my head back in the bag to see if I accidentally dumped a bucket of cinnamon in there.
Nope, there is not a dumb bucket of cinnamon, but there is a faint popping sound as the flame of the torch goes up, and with every pop, there's a new, fresh scent of cinnamon in the air.
Ooh.
Is that a cinnamon torch?
I don't know. This must be my gift from Bacab. I wasn't aware that I was going to get something. I thought my present was just getting to go on a real adventure with a real party. That's pretty cool.
Well, two
Let's
of us
go
are
check
missing.
it out in the dark.
And everyone give
Yeah.
me perception checks.
Ooh, 19, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh,
Hold on, I'm still trying to learn how to do the thing.
If you're on your character sheet and you just click whatever it is, so like wherever it says acrobatics, you just click it, it'll open up a public roll, and it'll roll 2 numbers in case there's like advantage or disadvantage on something, so you don't have to type it in.
Yeah, my character sheet isn't pulling up right.
No worries. All right, Davros,
I'll figure it out later.
you realize that the torch is actually emitting no light whatsoever. It is not increasing the visibility of anything.
What's going on with your torch? Because
I
it's not
don't
really
know.
making any more light. It's just kind of there.
Let's go check it out in the dark. Is there like a coat closet or something I can...
There's a bathroom. We know where the bathroom is. We have used
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah, we've had some.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bathroom.
Oh,
So I go scamper off, come back a moment later. Yeah, no, there's no light.
oh, while she
What
scampered
the-
off to the bathroom, I ran to my room real quick to grab a new cloak.
Okay.
I
I've
come
just
back, I'm
been
like, yeah,
chilling.
no, there's no light coming off this torch.
Can you put it out?
I try.
Nope.
Everyone's gonna know we're there because it's gonna smell like cinnamon. They're gonna start calling us like the Cinnamon Brigade or something.
How are we
That's
supposed to
way better than
complete a
what I've been
stealth
called in the
mission?
past.
The torch is also giving off 0 heat.
Could you like leave the torch behind? I feel like it's gonna cause nothing but trouble, unfortunately. Not that I don't enjoy the scent
I
of cinnamon.
love it. Are you gonna leave your guinea pig or your flower behind?
Oh,
But
my
you-
guinea
you-
pig
What?
turns
How
into a
dare
scythe.
you suggest something?
I know. No, I'm not leaving my torch behind. It's beautiful.
But my flower is not going to cause us any trouble on our adventures.
pull
If
Varys
anything,
aside
it's going
for
to
a second.
strengthen
Let's
my
be
resolve.
frank here.
Dude, so
With
while
me around, we weren't going to be exactly succeeding in any stealth missions regardless, so...
Excuse
Let's
me,
get that
I am
out.
one of the greatest stealth masters in this town.
let me take Varys for
Oh.
1 second. I just put a hand over his mouth and like pull him to the side. Dude, when you come back to charm women, you can now have the smell of cinnamon in your room if you just take the torch.
Yeah. Wait, what? I didn't hear any of that. Sorry.
Take
You
the
know?
torch.
So no, so
What?
say you woo a woman in whatever town we're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you take her to your place, just ask to borrow the torch so your room smells fantastic. Oh God,
Yes.
no!
That
It's
is not.
here.
Oh no.
Oh God,
Hi, guys, how you doing?
no! Nope, nope.
Hi.
I quickly asked the bartender for another drink.
Frost,
Hi.
I need that strong stuff we had the other day.
Hey. Oh.
Julia, you
Name
actually
again? I can't recall.
you actually recognize the figure that has appeared before you as the only person that your previous instructor has never hit.
Oh, hey, Nomergon. It's good to see you again.
Wrong one.
Hachan?
This one's blue. Yes, Hachan.
Hachan. Hi, Hachan.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Ooh, is that a guinea pig? Can I have it?
I just give him death glare. I don't say anything to him. Just give him a death glare.
Why are you guys mad at Hachan?
I wouldn't say mad.
Because he's literally
He's
the worst.
awesome. What? No. My master Alessa and Hachan got along great.
Anyways, Hachan,
What do
is
you
there
want?
anything you need from us?
Of course, that's why I came. Where's the other ones?
They
Where'd they go?
I have no idea.
Did you turn them into guinea pigs?
We wish.
That's awesome. How do you do that? I don't know how to do that magic. Teach me how to do that magic. How do I turn people into guinea pigs? Can I turn you into a guinea pig?
Death, are you able to do your thing again?
Hachan, come on. The thing we need to do.
You need to teach me how to turn people to guinea pigs. We just talked about this.
What do the gods have planned for us this time? Where are we going now?
I got a mountain symbol.
As a small urchin comes up and begins asking you questions about drawing a symbol.
I don't need that.
Okay.
Write it with chalk.
It's fine. I don't
Sorry,
care.
y'all.
Dude, I don't
No.
care. That's fine.
So,
Who was that little girl?
the urchin
What's
runs
wrong
off
with
having,
children, okay?
the urchin runs off having got the information it wanted from you.
I notice my pockets are suddenly lighter.
Uh-huh.
Dang it, children.
Oh, but no, Varis, yeah, no, I really want to know how to turn people into guinea pigs. That is definitely what the gods want right now. And you see him kind of twitch a little bit as if he's shocked by something. He's like, or something else. Sorry, my bad. And he's apologizing, not to you, clearly.
I kind of just Nerul, can I please kill this thing? Just to myself.
You're getting a verbal response. Give me 1 sec. Many have tried.
Oh my god, no!
I have tried.
He's just so annoying, you know what I mean?
Or I wish not to hear it.
And that's it.
Ugh.
So, so apparently after you teach me how to turn people into guinea pigs, there's a problem in a really small forest nearby, and there's some kind of bird, ? That's making children upset by eating them. Wait, no.
Oh,
No, not,
Oh
they're
my
actually
God.
they're not actually being eaten, but they think they're going to be eaten, and they're. How do I turn people into guinea pigs?
I don't know.
Bite him!
Like, is it transmutation magic? Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. It's like a little rage ball. Oh. Hey, does someone have cookies? Are they ginger snaps? Can I have some ginger snaps? I like cookies. Can I have cookies, please, 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 please?
I don't have any cookies. It's just this torch that smells like cinnamon. Isn't it so pretty?
Ooh, how is that? How you turn people into guinea pigs by giving them a torch that smells like cinnamon?
You know what? This is how you
We
turn
don't
people into guinea
know. I
pigs.
just-
So what happened was when
we
we
did-
were at the well,
The well, yeah.
inside of the well, there's water, right? Because that's what's inside the well.
Right, in the mountain that has all the mithril in it, right?
Sure. So yeah.
Whoa,
go with
whoa,
that.
whoa! Hold on. What?
The mountain with the mushrooms and the mithril people?
Oh,
Wait, no, the mithril people and the mushroom. No, the mushroom people and the mithril. There we go, mushroom people and the mithril. Yeah, one of those. So is that how you turn people into guinea pigs? Do they
You have
have
to
magic?
drown yourself in that water, and you'll turn into a guinea pig.
So if I drown myself, but I can breathe in water. I don't have a choice anymore.
oh no!
There's
That's just
also been known
unfortunate,
for
then.
throwing yourself from a really high, really high altitude into the well works as well.
Yes, the air pressure kind of compresses your body and
And you turn into-
transmutates you into the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Okay, but how do I turn other people into it? Because I don't think other people can survive that.
It's
That's
a
how you do
self-will
it.
thing.
Where do you think Austin Pock was? Pock failed, and then we did it with Austin. We got it right, and now we have Death, my guinea pig.
So Ost is now Death the guinea pig.
Yes, rest in peace, Pock.
I like Pock. He tolerated
well,
me.
The gods ended up taking his body, so you won't see it at the well.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll guess I'll go there then, and you guys take care of the bird that eats or pretends
Wait,
to
where is this bird?
in the forest. Well, it's a small forest. I kind of what are they called? Not guards, but cops. Cops of trees.
And which direction from here? This seems to be
Away from here. Definitely away from here.
North, south, east, west,
It could be one of those directions.
downward.
I don't
How
think-
about the people who are complaining about being maybe eaten by this bird? Do you happen to know where any of them might be?
They're in the town.
Where in the town?
Probably their houses.
Varys, this person
where I'd be.
is completely useless. Why did we talk to Hachan ever?
Because he's awesome.
Where's Nomergon when we need him?
Nomorgod's in his office.
Right? I
It's
say
in the
that all the time.
it's at the center of the city.
Alright, let's just go speak to Nomergon. This guy's not helping us.
Can I come?
No.
Oh.
You gotta
Why
go
not?
figure out how to turn others into guinea pigs, remember?
You said that was a self spell.
No, it works on anyone. You can throw someone else from a really high thing.
Oh. Oh, kind of like when the big rock people used to throw me around?
Sure.
Must have not been hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try it again. Thanks. You guys are so helpful. I'm glad you got chosen.
No, thanks to John.
Hachan.
It's good to see you again.
John.
Ah, it's always going to be sin. It's a hot John. And he's gone.
He is the
Man,
most
everybody just keeps
insufferable
appearing.
little...
What's wrong with him? I like him. He's my friend.
When you grow up only knowing death, literally death, the god of death, happy people just make you so sad.
Well, this is gonna be a problem then.
No, it's okay. I've learned to deal with Pock. I can deal with you.
Deal with? Excuse me? Mm-mm.
So
Alright,
you guys
so you
go
guys,
I like
you guys
her.
will actually be able to get a meeting with Nomergon himself. I heard he's pretty busy.
Life
You guys
Well,
going?
we're the chosen
finds
ones, aren't
a
we?
way.
Do you try to go see him again?
We'll try and get a meeting with Nomergon.
As you leave the Green Dragon Inn, there is a troglodyte standing outside.
Oh, hold up. Troglodyte,
hey.
do you know where the pretend kid-eating bird is?
He looks extraordinarily confused.
A bird that makes kids think they're being eaten?
He has remained confused.
Has
Hachan
there,
told us to look for a bird.
Uh, no.
Alright.
Okay.
There.
Did you bring us to
is-
Nomergon?
He left
So
to divers. Anyone, divers especially. I don't remember. Varies, are you from this world or are you from a different world? I forgot.
I'm the only one from this world.
Okay, yeah. Well, you and now Jillia are.
Oh.
You two both know that Divers is similar to Greyhawk. It's a very famous port city. It's one of the influential cities in the Flanness.
what is divers?
Yeah, it's a big port.
Never
Really
been very
important
I
fond
haven't
of
been
water.
there.
I haven't been there
He-
either.
He had to drink at a party. Hmm.
That sounds like what I know of Noah Morgan, yes.
Sounds
Did
like he's
he
having a
leave
lot more
us
fun than we are.
anything with you?
His cousin was to give you a note.
And who may this cousin be?
Hachan.
Uh,
No note from Hachan, unless we want to go look back at the bar and see if he left it there.
I'll
Yeah,
go ahead
get
and go
her.
look real quick.
You go back in. There's a note where he was standing on top of the bar,
Okay, I pick up the note and open it up.
and it says, "Green Tree has reports of a monster. Please investigate."
Oh, sorry, I sneezed. It was Green Tree what?
Green Tree has reports of a monster. Go investigate.
Okay. So I come back outside.
As natural-born Flinesians, do we know where Green Tree is, or no?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Alright, so it
It's-
Sweet,
appears
how far of a
that
walk is it?
It is 3 hours by horse.
it appears that we need to find a place called Green Tree. Would you two happen to know where this is?
Oh yeah, we know where Green Tree is. It's not that far from here.
Oh,
About
yeah.
3 hours by horse, if I remember correctly.
Oh, but
Um,
our horses are gone.
Do you have any more horse statues?
They.
Wait, didn't we get horses from the well place?
Yes, you did.
And we stabled them?
Oh.
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah.
But Trogdor still looks very like he looks very worried that he doesn't have something for you.
Oh,
He-
never
he's
mind.
like-
We have horses. We got some from the well.
He visibly relaxes. You need storage, right?
Storage for what?
He kind of reaches into. He has basically the equivalent of cargo pants on. He reaches into his right pocket and he pulls out a full-size backpack and hands it to you, Davros. And then he
I
pulls.
grab
He
it.
reaches into his pocket and he pulls out another full-size backpack and he hands it to Varys. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out another full-size backpack and hands it to Julia.
When I grab my bag, I almost keel over with how heavy it is, and I kind of try and lift it back up.
No, you do
What is
not.
in this thing? Oh, okay.
Oh.
I just put it on then.
Psych, get wrecked. I open my bag.
You open your bag and it is empty. There's nothing in it.
I'll open my bag
Come on,
and try to
Davros.
shove my.
You couldn't tell by how light it was.
Could have been clothes or something.
It has a central pouch, and it has 2 side pouches. As far as the looks go, it's leather, has some cloth bits to it, some simple buckles, nothing too extravagant. But each one of them does have a holy symbol on it, which is a golden nugget.
I don't like the holy symbol.
No, you do not, but it is there nonetheless.
Um,
Also, by the way, someone just pulled 3 full-size backpacks out of a side pocket on their pants. Just
it's
throwing that
magic. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. We were teleported here.
Where did you acquire these bags?
out. The crafters followed Heward's instructions.
Oh, read the book and followed the instructions. Got it.
Arcana or history checks.
Let me see.
I'm only got a 10.
Oh, natty 20, my boys.
All right, on your history, Heward was a famous mage, renowned for being able to incorporate extra-dimensional spaces into common-day items.
That was my Arcana check.
You have no idea how crafting works. You're pretty sure there's some glue involved.
It's magic. A really important mage made it so that it's basically another dimension in his pocket.
It seems kind
Oh.
of handy.
I was just about.
So what I want to do real quick is while we're sitting here, I want to pull out one of my candles, light it, and use the wax to try and make the symbol of Nerul over the gold nugget. Like, just it's a really shoddy skull with a scythe.
Okay, while he's doing that, I turn away from the group, and I swap out my mask to a black mask that has very tiny, like, eye slits, and nothing else remarkable about it.
All right. Davros, your artistic talents, unfortunately, are more apt to carving people than it is to pouring wax. So you unfortunately do not get the same motif you're going for. But after a few moments, about maybe half a minute, the wax is not really there, and the golden nugget seems much shinier.
I hate this bag so much.
Are you happy with your result?
I put the bag on and I open the side pouch and I kind of go, Death, that's your sitting spot now.
Death shakes his head.
You want to just sit on my neck the entire time?
Death shakes his head positively.
That's called nodding. Glad I can help.
What if I gotta move?
You get no response from Death.
Let's hope we don't encounter any more trees.
Hey, it's a one-time thing, okay?
We'll see. There's a lot of trees on the way to this green tree place.
Shut up!
Alright.
For those who are interested, you have all been handed a Heward's Handy Haversack. They are in the DMG, or you can find, if you Google 5th Ed Heward's Handy Haversack or Handy Haversack, you'll find the details. They let you hold a lot more material, and they're fairly rare, but they have a couple of restrictions of placing things inside them and placing them inside other extra-dimensional spaces, which can, uncreate reality. But hey, sometimes it's a tactical move you need to make.
So my old backpack that was a normal backpack that was probably bulging from all the stuff I had. I kind of just put all my stuff into the haversack so that it's not so bulgy.
Yep, no problem.
Is it light?
Very.
I shove my torch in there.
Each side pouch holds 20 pounds of material. The large pouch can hold 80 pounds of material, but the backpack always weighs 5 pounds.
Nice. So my total weight right now is only 5 pounds.
Pretty much. Well, that and whatever armor you're donning and weapon carrying.
And weapon.
Your extra stuff besides armor and weapon is 5 pounds. And so you can look the stats up for that. I can post it somewhere if you guys really want to, but you all have that. And more than a couple people are actually kind of that walked by are like, oh wow, fancy people. Magic is pretty well known in this city, and it's not a uncommon item to have been made in mass. Here in the world at large, like outside of Greyhawk, it's not a very common item to find. Most adventurers seek one out over the course of their career, not just get handed one by a troglodyte.
I follow suit, and I put all of my things from my old bag into the new one, and I take like a good 5 seconds to look at the mithril rose before putting it inside gently.
Oh, when I'm doing all my stuff, moving all my stuff to my backpack and putting it on, I move Death from my shoulder to on top of my head.
He scurries down to your shoulder.
Well, yeah, once I get my backpack on, but I put him on top of my head so I could put my backpack on.
When you place him on top of your head, he scurries down to that spot on your shoulder. Death is not obedient.
I pick up Death and I put him on the ground, and I pull my cloaks in so he can't get onto my shoulder, or inside the cloak onto my shoulder.
Davros, you signed yourself up for this, buddy.
He is outside the cloak on your shoulder.
And I just let my cloak open back up. I give up. I stop fighting.
And he scurries inside in your cloak and on your shoulder.
Looks like you're one-arming the bag.
No, it's fine. I put it back. I put it on. It's good. Everything's okay.
All right, well, let's make our way to the stable. Get our horses ready.
You're welcome for the guinea pig, by the way.
It's fine.
Yes, Davros, please say thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really a gift from me, but I think it suits you, really.
It's fine. He's just getting used to me. He doesn't know me. I'm a stranger.
Yeah. I don't look impressed at all by having the haversack. I mean, it's cool, and I'm like, neat, thanks. But I look like I am well used to receiving extravagant gifts.
It appears that you seem very used to this.
Before we go, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
want to go stop by the temple, pay my respects, light a candle real quick.
Yep.
Ugh, I'll feed the horses.
Jerk.
I'll come feed the horses with you. That sounds like something I can't get in too much trouble doing.
Try not to put
Sure.
your hand in the horse's mouth, because it'll bite you.
Oh.
Thank you for that.
I wonder if horses like cinnamon.
That wasn't for you, Varis. That was...
Either way, I'm
Here we go.
dumbfounded.
Alright, so
Alright.
I walk off to the temple real quick. Maybe takes like all of walking there and back takes longer than me lighting my candle.
Yep.
And then
No
I
worries
just
whatsoever.
show up at the stable. Alright, are the horses ready?
They appear to. And is your character name is it Julia?
Yeah, Julia.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
You're good.
Yeah, Julia didn't seem to have too much trouble feeding the horses, and she can
So
be taking
weird.
pox. So
Pox
Alright.
is tiny.
Okay.
Why would you give her a pony?
Yeah,
because Austin seems very very angry at us.
I'm fine riding a pony. I've worked with Lessa.
Oh,
As long as I don't have to go out
go
ride a
up to
dog, I'm
Aust's-
good.
I go up to Aust's horse and I'm like, look, I was the one that gave Aust meat. Julia's new.
The horse just kind of bats his head away from you, and it looks indifferent.
Davros, are you talking to a horse?
Shut up! I can talk to a guinea pig, I can talk to a horse.
I'm not so concerned about talking to an animal as expecting it to talk back.
It's fine. These are intelligent creatures. Meanwhile, my horse is like trying to lick its butt.
And failing.
Well, yeah, it's a horse. It can't do that.
So I go ahead and hop up onto my horse.
You guys are all able to mount the horse just fine, and set out on your travels. It shouldn't take too long, but it gives you a chance to just kind of reminisce and talk. Maybe
What?
ascertain what your new companion can do.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What are your
Julia.
combat capabilities?
Yes, I'm interested to
Almost
how well do you fare in
non-existent.
combat?
Alright, we're like circle of trust timing this, right? Like, you're not gonna go telling everybody, right?
I mean,
We
the
don't
only other
have
people
many
who
friends
would
here.
eventually know would be
Okay.
Aust and Pock if they ever come back.
If hopefully.
Okay, alright, well, here goes. I've only been in combat a couple of times, and, I've been studying magic for a while now, but, I've only, like, maybe kind of accidentally cast a time or two, and I don't entirely know what I was doing. And I'm really pretty miserable with weapons too. But when something was threatening us, I raised up my hands and like a bolt of lightning came out, and that was kind of cool. And
Oh.
yeah, so that's when my uncle Deathstalker got me the apprenticeship with Lessa.
Okay, Davros,
Yeah.
give me a history check. Deathstalker is the name of a very infamous assassin that is known to be in direct opposition with Nomergon.
Okay.
Nomergon never, because you know a fair bit about this particular bit of lore. It's never been a actual like war or battle, like nothing that that one of those like known rivals. You know that Coke and Pepsi don't like each other. You know that Deathstalker and Nomergon don't like each other. But Deathstalker is a very well-known assassin of great renown who he leads his cities by fear and oppression.
Okay.
So yeah, my uncle got me the job, and I've just been afraid of screwing it up. And I don't know. We were working on basic training, and she was having me work with the dogs because she's an outrider, and I was just mostly working with dogs. And then all of a sudden, my god appeared and said, "You're gonna go on this adventure and help me out with stuff." And I don't know, man. This. I mean, I hope that I can cast again when something gets bad. I'm working really hard on, like, gosh, I've been trying to just conjure campfires for a while. I'm still struggling with that, but I did manage to defeat somebody in combat once, so that's something, right?
That is something.
That is a thing.
Well, if it comes to it,
And
me and Davros will have no trouble protecting you.
Well, I might have trouble protecting you, but I'll make sure the other thing dies.
well, that's good, because we don't want it to come back to my uncle that things went poorly.
Deathstalker. Her name
Yeah.
sounds really familiar to me.
Yeah, he's some sort of, I don't know. Daddy always described it as kind of a politician, But
Is he human?
He's nice. Oh yeah. And he's just normal politician. You know how they get bogged down with paperwork and things like that. Sometimes serving as kind of like a dignitary, and I assume that's why I keep stuff like this haversack and things like that. But I've never tried to leverage that or anything. Well, I suppose it did give me the job with Lessa, but
Yeah, I believe in the Underdark. I heard stories about him, but it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh well.
Yeah. But I'm sure this is gonna go great. Like, I'm sure that the gods wouldn't send us on a journey that was beyond our ability, right?
I've never been a very faithful one to begin with.
And Varys, the more that it's mentioned, the more you're remembering that's not going to be respected, which is unusual by some of the female drow. But you don't really know under what context.
Yeah,
Because and drow is a matriarchy, so the female drow are the ones that have the power.
yeah. I kind of like shiver a bit. I'm like, The more I hear that name, the more it kind of puts me off.
Well, it's kind of a creepy name, but it's just a family name. It's not
Oh,
like
it's not the name.
Everybody gets a little worried about oh, you're one of the Death Stalkers, but it's not. That's just Carter or Shoemaker.
Ugh.
Has nothing to
I
do
prefer if we stopped mentioning his name.
Okay.
And while we're riding, kind of like casually, I kind of start sharpening my blades to get prepared in case
Well, he's
anything
also a spell slinger. He's I don't know what they call him these days, warlocks or something like that. I don't know. He shoots some spells.
A warlock, huh?
I'm a paladin of the most important god ever in Nerul, because what's life without death? And I'll mostly
Is that just your motto?
face.
Do you have to say that every time you introduce yourself to someone?
I don't say that every time. It's not my fault that I have something to live and die for.
No, I have plenty to live and die for, my friend.
Sure you do.
Seems legit.
I swing my scythe. That's what I like to do.
As you guys are happily gallivanting down the path towards Green Tree, you once again, you have no idea why this keeps happening, but you smell a really, really strong odor of cinnamon.
And it's not just
Sorry,
from
guys.
her torch.
It's not just from her
Julia,
torch.
did you pull out your torch again?
Even if I did, you wouldn't know about it.
I want to see what I can figure out here.
Okay. The smell is coming at you from. It doesn't make any sense. It's coming from you. Like it's, whoever smelt the Delta kind of thing. Yeah, you are. You got all three of you are the source of cinnamon smell.
I pick up Death and just give him like the biggest whiff.
Cinnamon. And dried blood.
I kind of take a smell of my half cloak and start to realize it too.
Which is the god that gave you these gifts?
Macabre.
Macabre.
Alright. What do I know about Macabre?
Macabre is a god of magic. Let me go ahead and pull up his little bit here. I don't have that book handy. Yeah.
I do. Hold on.
Yep, yeah, you go ahead and tell us about it, Macabre. Also,
give me a second to track it
I
down
think
again.
I think Renee is currently practicing how to do poi.
Oh yes, with the rope. Awesome.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
My daughter's ready to go to a rave. Yeah.
I was just mostly trying to see if there was any religious link with Macabre and Cinnamon.
Probably not.
Nope, there is not.
Neutral knowledge, magic. No obvious cinnamon references.
Now, just curious, how are you guys riding? Like, all kind of in a line together, side by side, one person ahead, one person behind? How you doing this? Because you're chatting, so I assume you're pretty close.
Yeah, I would say
I'd say like
kind
if
of like
any-
at a. Oh,
I was gonna say like if anyone's in the front, it would be either myself or Julia, since we know the way, and then kind of staggered behind but close.
I was gonna
Varys.
say kind of like a diagonal kind of formation where like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we would be about half a horse across from each other, and with Davros in front and Jilly in the middle and me behind.
Yeah, Varys,
Oh.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh dear.
Do not fail us.
All right, 1 second. I can't move you. Why can't I move you in Discord? Hello?
You're still in the same.
We can also hear you.
He's gone now. If it's a tree again, I'm gonna be mad.
What did this tree do to you?
It's just a giant tree that just like almost one-shot me.
This is a problem.
So I kind of like. It's kind of hard to hear, but you can hear me like snickering under my mask.
Is this amusing to you?
Oh, the tree story? No. This is something completely different.
Mm.
What is it, Varys? Come on.
How do I tell you this? But on the underside of your horse, someone we know and love very much is it's Hachan. He's under your horse.
I look.
And then I suddenly burst out into laughter,
Whenever you,
almost falling off my horse.
Julia, when you look, there is definitely a blue gnome who has attached itself to the underside of a horse,
Hello.
and you see a brownish powder in his hands as he is casually tossing it into the air.
So that's where the cinnamon is.
Smell
coming
like
from.
cinnamon.
It does smell like cinnamon.
Crap, I forgot what I named my horse.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
No, that's my Death is my guinea pig. Anyway, I
Name
tell
all
my
your
horse to
animals,
stop and immediately lay down.
The
Animal,
horse, the horse lays down. It's a rather obedient horse, and yeah, that's what happens. It's just
Well-
there now.
Wait, but Hachan was underneath the horse.
You are correct, and you use the proper tense.
So I stop my horse and I look around. I'm like Davros, like what did you hope to accomplish with that?
I really hoped the horse would kill him.
You're talking about Hachan. He's like unkillable.
I
Yeah.
really, really hate Hachan.
You're gonna have to let that go, man.
Come on, let's hurry up. I
You
feel like our
can't
day
just
is
rage
getting
at the
shorter.
wind.
Yeah, then we start going again.
Yep, you start going again. No more sightings. The normal cinnamon smells that has been around your items persist, and you eventually make it to the small town of Green Tree. When I say small town, there is a single school building, a single jail. It's a little bit smaller than the I just forgot the name of it.
The Well Town.
Yeah, what was the name? Damn, it's a little smaller than the Well Town. I had my notes somewhere. And it seems to have much more competent guards. As you approach, they say, "Halt! Who goes there?"
These are not the
Hello.
travelers you're looking for.
I'm glad that I'm not looking for you. I'm a town guard, so I merely stand here and keep people out of the town.
I start laughing like so hard when I do that, by the way.
All right.
This is
Alright.
Davros Galantera, and I am Varis Galanadel. We have our companion Jilia here, and we were
Julia Deathstalker.
Ugh.
Yes, Jilia Deathstalker, and we were commissioned to come out because we heard you were having a problem with
birds.
a bird. Scaring kids.
They look confused. They're looking pretty wary at Jilia.
She's
I
not
smile.
with that Deathstalker. She's just a family name.
It's
Well, what are you
it's
talking
just a
about?
cool name.
I'm definitely part of the family.
Yes, but you're not killing people with that Deathstalker.
Well, neither are they. That's a rumor. That is an ugly rumor set up by our enemies. I can't believe you would believe that.
Anyways, we were sent here from. Shoot, what's our town name again?
Greyhawk.
From Greyhawk.
Oh, okay. And a bird problem? We don't.
Yeah,
have a-
we were told that kids have been getting. We're in fear of being eaten by some bird that's been.
Oh, by
causing trouble.
by the forest monster. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why you would think it's a bird, because I've never seen a bird leave, 4 tracks as it walks around. But I guess it could be a. I mean, in this world, there's monsters all over the place. That's why I stick to being a town guard, not an adventurer. That's for you guys are here. Awesome, wonderful, fantastic. Do you need anything from us, or just to get into the town? 'Cause
Just information, if we could. I mean, maybe even talking to some of the kids about what they saw might even help.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You might want to keep a guard with Varys, though. He's shifty. Look at him.
That's
I don't think I'm very shifty at all. I have a mask specifically for dealing with kids.
Pretty sure
Please don't
he-
ever say that again.
Pretty sure he's just a drow.
Yes, a very handsome drow, but yes, a drow.
Okay then. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and head in, school should be getting out any moment now. There'd be tons of kids walking out of the same building. And I guess you'll have your special mask? Yeah.
Indeed, I shall. I kind of lift my chest up a bit, like I'm very proud of that statement.
So how do you
And-
take off a mask without people seeing you take off the mask? Do you put the other mask on top of it and then remove?
I'm pretty well aware of my surroundings. I kind of just turn to a part of the field of vision I know they won't be able to see me, so
I'm gonna follow you for the rest of today and stare at your face.
you better not.
That will cause very interesting situations if you get in any kind of tactical endeavor. What the heck?
All right. Well, thank you for your help, guards. We will come
Which
back
way's
to you
the
if we ever
school?
need anything else.
It's just inside the town to the west. You can't miss it.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Cool. When we head in and everybody turns towards the west, I turn east and then realize I'm going the wrong direction and turn around very quickly to join the party.
What did I just open?
Juliet, this way.
Oh, change clothes anywhere.
Sorry, it was just appropriate. For your mask.
All right. You guys are able to, as you're approaching the school, the telltale bell sound rings, and you hear the screaming sounds of lots of happy children who are no longer stuck inside of a building.
And then I'm just standing right outside the front door.
Some of them stop suddenly, and they look pretty nervous. They're looking around, and then a half-elf woman kind of comes out. Is like, "What? Would you please get out of the children's way? They are very clearly trying to leave. Get shoo!" And she seems completely unperturbed by any of your appearances or anything. Even though she's a half-elf, she looks pretty old.
I quickly use my undress to swap my mask to a almost kind of like a silver mask with blue lining, almost kind of like to represent like a city guard, almost of a regal appearance, a much warmer tone than the combat black wearing previously.
I try to dismount and trip and fall flat on my face.
Yes, you do.
I get down and I'm just like, we were wondering if we could talk more about the monster of the forest.
Several of the kids scream and start running. They just
Davros, you can't just shout those things out.
I didn't shout, I spoke it calmly to this half-elf.
You speak very loudly.
It's not my fault I have a voice that carries.
It's also not your fault that kids are natural spies. So if they can hear a secret conversation, they do.
Now, what are these human kids?
These are mixed race kids.
Gotcha. That's what I
Wide
thought.
variety. You're not really certain. If you wanted to sit down and go through the lineage, you probably could figure it out. But they're scattered and they're crazy and they're dirty and who knows what they're dressed in. So they're running around. Some of them are screaming. And a couple of them come right up to you and it's like, "Are you gonna kill it?" And they look like they are just amazed at the thought of someone going and killing a monster. You can see that twinkle in their eyes of, "Wow, you're gonna kill it? Are you?" Huh?
Varys kneels down in front of the kids and says, "Yes, that was why we were summoned here."
And then I'm going to use its
We need
I'm
your
going to
help.
use its fur if it has any to make clothes.
Would you like some of those clothes, children?
Well, I don't want to wear monster clothes. That seems.
But
I don't
wouldn't that
know.
be cool? Then you could tell your friends that you're the one who slew the monster, and how would they know you're the one wearing the monster clothes?
I'm not
They'll
really
never
good.
know.
They'll know because I'm not really good at games.
Tell me about it,
We're
kid.
here- we're
Have
here to
you
slay the
met
monster, though.
Have you seen
I
the
haven't-
monster? Or
I
just read
haven't
the
met the monster, but I did smell him once.
What
Hmm
did it smell like?
Whoa, you smelled
Cinnamon?
him.
No, you smell like cinnamon.
That lets you
I
know
guess we
who's
still
the
smell like
real
cinnamon.
monster.
No, it smelled like ammonia, the same thing that
Ammonia?
the same thing that cats smell like.
Oh,
These
Very
guys are
strange.
really advanced. They know the smells of chemicals.
No, they really actually. The half elf teacher is like, very good. Now, leave these people alone. They are clearly no good. They should be leaving town as well. He's like, but they look fun. They look like adventurers. Are you guys adventurers? Do you guys like go and fight things and get cool things when you fight things?
yes, we do.
Why,
We
yes,
protect
we
everyone.
are.
Have you
protect-
adventured yet, Juliana? And I just look at her super sarcastically.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a deceit check.
Who?
Julia.
19, bitch.
Okay. And an
Where's
insight.
the roll?
I have
Was it a
dice.
DM roll?
Screw this.
Ha!
Uh,
20.
Davros, you think that she might mean what she says, but she's clearly not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help Macabre.
You know, I don't think Bacab would be happy about dishonesty.
I'm not being dishonest.
But you're not being honest as well.
Semantics.
Anyway, so which way do you guys have you guys heard the stories of where the monster's at?
He's in the forest by the rocks.
Okay. Sorry
There's
for
rocks.
blocking your school. Have a nice day, kids.
Awesome. Hey, can
I
we
waved at the
follow?
kid.
And they start asking the teacher if they can follow, and the teacher's like, no, and they keep asking, can we follow? And she grabs them by their ears and starts carting them off back into the schoolhouse, most likely to get more supplemental lessons of how not to trust strangers.
I walk my horse to the garden and be like, hey, is there a stable or something where we can post our horses while we deal with the monster?
Closest thing you got, there's a couple people around have barns, but your best bet's just tie it to one of the hitches.
So I
That
do.
shouldn't be a problem. This won't take too long.
And just
I
inside
open up
the
my
gate.
haversack and I'm like, get in, Cinnamon. Come on.
Definitely not a Death Stalker we need to be worried about, the guards say.
I look over at Davros and I'm like, you know, I really never thought about it, but man, we really do look pretty awesome.
Ah, dude, I mean, look at this. Black cloak, big scythe on my back.
I mean, I'm just handsome, you know, just inherently, but I never thought I'd be that gawked at by kids. They seemed amazed at us.
Let's go kill a monster.
Well, real
Yeah.
quick,
let's
we
do
just
it
asked where
for
it
the
was.
kid.
Do we want to ask anybody who has seen it what it might be before we go traipsing off into the woods?
Oh, that's probably a great idea. We just get distracted very easily.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Usually Ost
This
was
is a
our voice
problem.
of reason.
Jillia, you actually are remarkably comfortable with that mindset
Cool.
because you think that the people getting distracted easily is a normal trait for adventurers. You have nothing in your background
yeah,
to teach
I
you
mean-
otherwise.
You know, if we all thought the same, there'd be no point in having all of us, huh?
Hmm.
So I look around and see if there are any other kids around and see if I can ask one of them if they know anybody who has actually seen the monster for themselves.
There are a couple kids kind of still like just trying to very secretively follow you, not being very secretive about it.
I playfully pretend like I don't see him.
Okay.
Hey, kids!
I stare straight at him the entire time, by the way.
Mm.
Do you know anybody who's actually seen this monster?
Philip did.
And which one of you might be Philip?
Philip's a new kid. He came here probably about a week ago, but he left and then he came back again.
Where'd he go?
What? Oh, he left school a second ago.
No, where did he
Do you
go?
have to see what
when
direction he
left?
went?
Oh, he had to go to a different town. Because his dad was there, he said.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you know
It's
which way
unfortunate.
Philip lives?
No. I think he lives in and the kid's getting really nervous, like he doesn't know how to answer the question. He's worried about upsetting you.
Well, that's okay. Don't worry yourself too much. We'll find him.
Okay. He's really smart though. He's like the really smart kid that came in and he knows all the things.
Okay. Oh my god, if it's frickin' not Pock again, Varys.
Very well could be. Hmm.
Pock's not even here. Why would he want to torment Pock?
It's true. We should go ask the guards if they would know. It's a small town. They might know who he is.
Back to
Okay.
the front. Senor Guard, do you
Excuse
know
me,
where
guards.
Philip lives?
I mean, that new kid?
Yes.
Yeah, not entirely. He said he was here staying with his grandpa last time I saw. Because frankly, it's strange to see a little kid just wandering around by himself. But you can tell when someone has a little bit more going on behind their eyes than they should. Yeah, this kid seemed like he was all right in the head. But yeah, he said he was here with his grandpa. I'm not sure, didn't catch the name. I mean, what danger is a kid gonna do?
Well, he could turn out to actually be a druid that wants to secretly kill us, our party, and everyone who lives here just for the fun of it.
You're a special kind of paranoid, aren't you?
That's just ridiculous.
When you've adventured our adventures, nothing's surprising anymore.
I'm pretty sure you and I have had similar adventures, just saying. I'm about as worried about this kid as you should be worried about me and my uncle.
Varis and Davros, give me insight checks.
Roger. Man,
Man, you suck today, Alex.
yeah, I'm not getting good rolls today.
Varys, you are, you know what? This just doesn't seem anything remarkable. It seems like just some kid. Maybe he saw the thing, maybe he didn't. Davros, you actually recall something from one of your previous adventures.
Okay.
There were two guards. There was Steve, he was the less than clever guard, and there was the other one, Philip.
Oh my god.
Philip did not turn out
What?
to be who he thought you were. You just recall that bit of information.
Hey guys, remember the guard, or not guys, I guess you wouldn't really remember Juliana, but hey Varys, remember the guard Philip who turned out to not be Philip?
Oh, Wait, no, you're not telling me.
Maybe if we talk to him and then we tell him Pac's not here, he'll stop tormenting us just for one day.
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
We did nothing.
Nothing.
Pac made a friend with an evil elf that's a druid that likes to torment people.
Oh dear, what kind of party did I get myself involved with?
Well, if anyone here be considered a grandpa, it'd be probably over there, old man Mitchell. He's the only one I can think of that might be considered that, but he's been pretty much set to his home for a couple months now. He just kind of sits in there and minds his own business.
And never comes out.
Well, yeah, there's no reason to.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Do we have permission
Well,
to go enter his house if he doesn't answer?
I'd rather you didn't. Maybe have one of us come along with you if you're really dead set. What is this all about exactly? I thought you said you were here to kill a monster, and now you're chasing down some kid.
The monster might be linked to the kid.
We just need to do a wellness check.
All right. Like I said, I'd rather you not go into his house without having one of the town's guard around. There's a few of us milling
Come
about.
along.
So
Come along with us.
nope. I'm
Sure.
at the front. I'm at the front gate for another hour or so. So you guys go ahead and do if you think there's cause for concern. But this is where I'm supposed to be.
So
I don't
we'll
leave
look
my
around for a
post.
guard.
There's a guard milling about. He's more than happy to go with you.
All right.
Perfect.
We
All right,
knock
so
on
we
the
head
door.
over to Old Man Mitchell.
Okay. As you get to the door, Death hops off your shoulder and beelines under the small crack in the door and just bolts inside the house.
No.
Well, looks like we got to get in the house, and I just like kick the door down.
The guard's trying to
What are you
like.
Davros. Why?
And as soon as the door is open, you see lying on the ground a dead body of an older man, and the guinea pig is happily scurrying around and rolling around on him.
Oh,
I kind of pick him up and put him back on my shoulder. Death, come on, not the time. I'll give you a corpse later, okay?
The guard looks more concerned. He's like, don't take anything. Yeah, and proceeds to go and try to run to grab someone who's probably much more authoritative to handle the situation.
I walk over to the body and I kind of try and examine it.
I want to examine
let's see,
the
check.
room.
Varys, examining the body, you don't see there's any obvious wounds. You don't see a pool of blood. You don't see scorch marks. You don't see disfigured faces. Nothing like that. You simply see an old guy who's dead. You can't tell why or how it happened. Just a dead old guy. Probably in his late 70s, which for fantasy worlds is pretty old. Davros, as you look around the room, you're noticing a wide variety of clothing styles, sizes, a whole bunch of like possibly costumes. Some that have some little bits of little fake heads that have facial hair on them, pinned on. Whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
This is very strange indeed. I can't tell the cause of death.
I want to do, even though Juliana, you're a mage, right?
There was
Thanks, Skippy.
Why don't you see if anything magical was done to him?
I stare very intently, and I'm unlikely to come up with any obvious solutions here. Yeah, no, I got nothing.
You can try an Arcana if you want to.
Yeah, I got myself a 17.
This is definitely an old guy right there.
Yeah, definitely a very old guy.
A couple more moments pass, and a couple other guards come in, and a guy who's wearing just looks like a little bit slightly finer clothes, maybe some type of higher official comes in. All right, I'm gonna need to ask you guys to vacate the house. This is a situation we need to handle. what is your actual business here? And he's kind of saying as he's trying to motion for you to leave the house.
Right. I get off from my knees and I kind of walk out of the house before talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
I let myself be motioned out as well.
We come here with business. We were inquired that there was some kind of monster that the kids were rumoring that they were going to be eaten by, and we were sent here from Greyhawk to investigate.
Oh, those kids and their tales. They just enjoy stirring up rumors as best they can. But what does that have to do with you bursting into Old Man Mitchell's place?
Because the new kid Philip is not the new kid Philip. Oh my god, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of fake Pock. He's actually an elvish druid who's been terrorizing other towns, and well, it looks like he's now decided to terrorize your town. Have there been any weird nature things happening around other than the monster? Like, have you guys been growing your town and destroying the forest, or chopping down more wood than usual, or anything to disturb the nature around this area?
I honestly can't say that we have. This used to be a lumbering town, but ever since the Nomergon fellow took over Greyhawk several years back, a few decades now, as far as I'm aware, they stopped needing materials the same way. He was able to just conjure them.
Are there any stories of, like, any more sentient animals or plant life that lived in here that had to be relocated when this town was a lumbering town? Because that could be the problem too.
Well, that's highly possible. There's all sorts of sentient creatures out there that, even if they're sentient, they might not be much better than slightly smarter animals. So it's possible, but nothing that I really know about. I'm still not sure. You're saying that Old Man Mitchell is
Dead.
How is he connected to this kid? Was connected to this child? I don't quite understand that.
Honestly, he could have just been picked as a target because he's the easiest one to kill and he's a recluse who stays in his house anyway.
Philip said that he was here to visit his grandfather, and the front guard told us that really the only person who fit that description was Old Man Mitchell here. And unfortunately, it seems we were too late.
Right. Well, I'm not sure what kid you're talking about, but if you're talking about strange things in the forest, the school kids have been having rumors about some beast that's going to come get you in your sleep if you don't do your homework. It could be that school teacher's business too, but she seems the type to give more real threats than fanciful ones, if you understand my meaning.
You might want to up the amount of guard. I know there's not a lot, this is a small town, but you might want to increase your guards' hours for the next couple days.
Alright. Is this to look for the beast or some kid named Philip?
A little bit of both. And next time you do see Philip, see if you can get the teacher to stop him, so that way we can talk to him, because I believe he might not be who he says he is.
Oh. Okay. Also, Davros, you remember his name. It's Bryn, is the druid.
Okay.
Alright, well... Could you do me a favor?
Depends. And
Stop kicking indoors.
Yeah, Davros, come on. It was uncalled
my
for.
new guinea pig went under the door. I got a little excited.
He looks like he is done. Like he's like, what the F is wrong with you? You gotta be kidding me. You ran in and just...
Varis bows, gives them a bow and goes, "Our apologies, it won't be happening again."
Don't promise.
It will not be happening again.
Right. Okay, I'll take your suggestions under advisement. Please just leave this area.
Oh, we can't leave this area until we deal with this monster.
Leave
And
this
possibly
porch. Leave the porch.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And I kind of pick up the door and prop it against the wall.
I put my hand to my forehead and as I walk off.
You get a very insincere thank you. Thank you. All right. So what do you guys do?
I guess our next best bet would be to talk to the teacher.
That seems good.
What time is it right now?
A little after 3.
Okay, yeah, we'll go talk to the teacher then.
Okay. She's still in there. She's finishing up cleaning all the desks and straightening the things that the kids clearly didn't do on their own.
Varis, this is a job for the charmer.
Oh. I pretend to tighten up a tie even though I don't have one, and I kind of
Okay.
Is the door opened for the class?
Yeah, door is still open.
And when he
Okay.
starts like walking forward, I whisper to Julie, I go, "Watch this. He's gonna make a fool of himself."
So I kind of take a step in and I give a few soft knocks on the door and say, "Excuse me, is it alright if I come in?"
I suppose. She continues cleaning.
I
Pardon
whisper
my
behind him,
intrusion.
"The rose."
He contemplates for a minute whether he actually wants to use the rose or not.
Mhm.
What does the teacher look like?
She's half elven. She looks like a probably 50-ish age human, but with the slightly pointier ears, the slightly more slender features. Definitely, so which means she's definitely old as far as half elf terms go. And she looks very librarian. Glasses, tight fitting clothes, very strict.
Yeah, Varys is yeah, it's probably a good idea. So he quickly turns around, he pulls the rose out and takes a really good gander at it. He almost there's a quick instance where he tries to kiss it really quickly before putting it back in his bag, and he turns toward her. Pardon my intrusion, but I was just wondering if I could ask you a couple questions.
Well, you've asked one. That means you have one left.
What can you tell me about the new student Philip who was here these past few days, from what I've heard?
Well, at least he seems to be able to understand and comprehend material, as he is able to answer questions when asked of him, though he enjoys regaling the students with fanciful tales of creatures, demons, monsters, and other silly fantasies.
I see. So the rumors about this monster...
You've already asked 2 questions. You said a couple. Be precise.
May I ask you for a few more?
Give me a persuasion.
While he's stumbling around, I'm gonna brush past and just start helping actually clean the room.
Please don't.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just trying to be helpful.
I understand, but I'm somewhat particular about how things are arranged, and I doubt you have the ability. I doubt that anyone has the ability to get them the way that I like them. And she doesn't seem like she's trying to insult you. She seems like she's angry at the world.
Okay.
Okay, there's my roll.
Okay. Perhaps a couple more questions.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be an intrusion. I know you probably had a very stressful day, so I'll try and make this quick. So, were the rumors about this monster who we were brought here to exterminate, was that all started with Philip, or were these rumors here beforehand?
There's always tales of do this or something will get you, but the most recent ones, the very specific, the creature in the forest will eat you, has been Philip's doing. I think it was a way for him to try to connect with those of a lower mentality than himself.
I see.
I kind of whisper behind him, warn her about Bryn.
So the reason we're inquiring about Philip is because he may not be who he seems to be. We have dealt with a previous elven druid who's been shape-shifting himself and causing havoc in other towns, and judging from what we've seen today, it seems that he has come to your town to do the same.
I've never heard of someone able to completely change their form to another humanoid creature.
Yes, it's very rare, and Honestly, we've never seen anything like it either, but we have all seen it before our eyes, except Julia. But we've all seen it before our eyes, and we're just trying to get more information about Philip. That way, no more trouble can be caused for your town.
Well, I can say the only negative point about him is his attendance. He would disappear for not too long ago. He disappeared just for a couple of days and said he had to go visit another relative, and he came here visiting a relative. How many relatives does someone have in different towns? It seems unlikely, but as I said, he answered all of his questions correctly when queried. It was quite refreshing to have someone pay attention to their studies. I suppose it could be because you claim he has knowledge older than his actual appearance. Maybe he is, in fact, this elven, whatever you called it. But that seems unlikely. Perhaps he's just a smart, troubled youth.
Yes. I mean, we would really like to believe that. We would hope that this druid isn't causing you guys any trouble.
Ah, yes, druid.
Sorry, what?
No, she was remembering that you to use the word druid.
Yeah. But, do you recall Philip interacting with any of the adults or anybody like that he would claim to be his relatives?
He merely said he was here visiting his grandfather, which I assumed to be Old Man Mitchell.
Old Man Mitchell.
Yes.
Old Man Mitchell's dead.
Yeah, probably for about 2 months now.
Davros.
Yes,
he's
She looks like someone who doesn't want to put up with BS, so I just told it to her straight.
Which I appreciate.
Yes, it is true that he is he was found dead. So if Philip was interacting with this Old Man Mitchell, we want to try and find out where he is. And
using his home as a place to set all this up, considering that there's clothes of various shapes and sizes there, which means he's probably shape-shifting into multiple different shapes and sizes, in fact, to get what he needs to get done at this town. Actually, I have a question for you. How long have you been in this town?
Let's see, I've been here roughly 300 years.
When this town was first a lumber town, did you guys, not saying that it's your fault, but did you guys happen to relocate any form of sentient plant or animal?
There were a few, I guess you'd call them monsters, for lack of a better term, but there were a few creatures about that probably would have preferred to have kept the trees as they were, but we won out in force and numbers. Let's see, my father was originally a lumberer. He mentioned what were they called? They were some version of bears that were in the area that just had a hard time actually getting to leave everyone alone. They were somehow smarter than normal bears. I don't really know in particular.
I kind of whispered to Juliana Varis, it looks like we might be dealing with one of those then, being tricked by Bryn.
Oh dear.
Well, it could very well be that this is a result of Bryn is the name of the druid that's doing this, if he is. Simply due to the fact that the last time we encountered him, he was relocating fungus to a well, but purposefully 2 different spores to poison the humans so that way they could take over the entirety of the place.
Well, he's going to be a pain to deal with then, huh?
Okay, well, that... I do recall Philip saying that the town he was going to for his other relative was a town that had a particular issue with their well.
Yes, and we settled that, and relocated Bryn out of the area after he finished toying with us for his own amusement.
Doesn't seem as though he's finished, though, does it?
I'm just curious what his end game is. Pock isn't here, and Pock's the only one that knows him.
Yes.
Reason is not always applicable to those who fancy themselves better than others. More so the adventuring types. They, as several of my relatives have done, they think that they can trounce about doing whatever they please when they should just stay at home and take care of everyone else's education.
If they say anything, I did not kick in a door earlier today.
Hmm.
Well,
My students did the same thing when they didn't leave their homework at home.
well, I
I
mean,
believe I've dealt with you enough. I'm sorry to be brusque, but please leave.
yes, of course. Thank you for your time. And then we
Doo-doo-doo.
probably walked out.
Yeah, guys, it looks like this is Bryn all over again. Sorry, Juliana, that your first adventure with us is with a crazy sociopath of a elf that wants to torment us.
Oh no, this should be a lot of fun, I think.
Well, if you can actually manage to shoot a spell.
I'll
Eh.
probably do fine in the heat of the moment.
If only Pac was here.
I mean, I guess our best bet now would just simply be to warn the guards and head out into the forest and just deal with Bryn's trap.
Yep. We're gonna have to spring it. We don't have any other leads.
All right.
Sounds
You
good to me.
guys
Hey,
head on out to the forest.
when we're heading out, I kind of whisper to Death, "Hey, Death, if it looks like we're gonna get in a fight, jump out in front of me and turn into a scythe, and we'll make you some fresh corpses to play with."
It jumps out in front of you and turns into a scythe.
Not right now. Go back.
About 18 seconds later, it goes back.
All right. We wander and we use the same formation as the horse formation, but on foot.
All right.
All right, Death. From now on, if I pat the top of your head, jump out in front of me and turn into a scythe. 2 pats. 2 pats.
All right. So we continue on into the forest.
All right. As you continue into the forest, I make a map do a thing.
Oh, new map.
Oh,
Hey.
I got
Oh.
some mage armor.
Just remember, when you give us new maps, for some reason we all lose the
I
ability to move our
know.
character.
Yeah, I know. Saddens me deep on the inside. Get to my library. Pull out people. Varis. Davros. This one. Then. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I actually think has been fixed in the other software. I just need to vet it a bit more before I suggest we do it.
As we move into the forest, I whisper to Varys and Juliana, keep an eye out for any bears, any animals, but specifically bear-like creatures.
All right.
Bears and bear-like creatures. Got it.
All right, you guys are there.
Perception check.
Roll it.
Shoot, what's my perception?
Mm.
Ah, okay.
Oh god, I see fucking nothing.
You know that there is Varys near you. You think you could have seen a little bit better, but there was a strange chittering in your ear that distracted you.
God, what is that annoying noise?
No, that was for me.
Yeah, Varys.
Oh.
You think you catch sight of some movement, a little bit up is north in this case, a little bit north and maybe east, but you're not really sure. Julia, any perception for you?
12.
Yeah, you're here on a road, kind of an old path, and the rocks, the trees look pretty young, all things considered. They're maybe only 20, 30 years old, and the rock formations have been around for a while. Yeah, can't really tell anything. You guys want to move forward some?
I
thought I
say
saw
we move
something
forward
moving
to
to the
like
northeast.
right there.
What'd you say, Varys?
Oh, I said, I think I saw something moving about northeast, but I'm not quite sure. I might have just missed it.
I say we
Alright.
move up to those rocks and take another look.
You guys should be able to move your own characters.
Move sneakily up there. Where is this?
Doesn't that require a sneak check?
I'm not all sneaky.
Neither am I, but we'll attempt it.
Julia trots her way to the rocks.
Clump, clump, clump.
You wear some very loud shoes, Julia.
Maybe heels
Uh-huh.
aren't the best for being out in the fight.
I don't give you whatever advice. You don't need to give me fashion advice.
Oh god.
All right. No, you're fine.
Oh
Don't worry about
no. What is that?
it. It's just a random dice roll. It means
That
nothing
is
to
a
you, right?
perception check. The bear sees me.
Now, when you say perception check, all right. Yeah, as far as you know, nothing has changed in the world.
I'm gonna keep an eye out, but let's keep moving
Varys,
forward.
what do your elf eyes see?
As you're gonna keep an eye out, give me a perception check again. Your elf eyes see. Taking the opposite to Isengard.
Hello.
God. Yeah, you definitely see some movement north and east. You're not sure what it is, but it definitely looks like whatever it is larger than you.
Okay, there's
I'll
definitely
stay in the
something
front
here.
so that if someone gets mauled, it's me.
Get your weapons ready. And Varys
Mauled?
Varys pulls out a dagger for his right hand, and with a holster on his back, he holds another knife, prepared to pull it out whenever necessary.
I go, Death, get in my hand, but don't change yet. Hold my hand out.
Death gets in your hand.
Alright, and I kind of just keep inching forward.
All right.
Or I guess this is 5 feet at a time forward.
Be careful. What
When
I saw
get
was
here,
much
when I
larger
get about
than us.
here, I wanna do another perception check.
Okay, give me a perception check. All right. You are not surprised, but so you will get to act on this round. You will be rolling initiative. Everyone else can go ahead and roll initiative. Roll perception if you'd like. But you do have fun when that guy pops up in front of you.
Roll 1d20.
Oh, sorry.
Oh
My
yes, that is the greatest.
My apologies. This is better.
Seems larger.
I can't even tell what that is a picture of. Oh well.
Roll me a nature check, everyone.
That's how I roll initiative, right? 20 plus 3. My initiative's 3.
Yes.
That one.
Okay.
Awesome. Varys, also give me a thing that I just said, nature. Oh, there you go. Varys, that is an owl bear.
That's an
I get
owl
plus
bear.
to my nat 1 because it's natural.
Nope. That is a horrible joke. You should not have made that.
I studied- Oh, sorry.
You know that owlbears are very ferocious, very vicious creatures. They are consummate predators. They emerge from its den around sunset and typically hunts in the hours of the night. However, if provoked, they will attack at any time. They are savage companions. They are intelligent than most animals, but they're difficult to tame. So most people don't really encourage them to travel with them. However, elven druids have a tendency to be able to communicate with them better than others. They also, there's been long debates as to where they came from. Most people think it was a mistaken attempt at transmutation that perpetuated a new species. Battle capability, you know that they can attack with most of their attacks at the same time, which means they are really good at kind of taking down a single target really quickly. And they are quite adept at seeing and smelling.
All right.
So, Varys, your initiative was 21? No, sorry. Varys.
Yeah, 21.
Davros, yours is that the 1?
Yep.
Okay. And Julia?
I blew on a 13.
13. All right. Let me go ahead and see your
I
right
need to put some
hand.
points in dexterity. Really bad.
Nah. Who cares about going first? We only care about who goes last.
All right.
Oh, well, it's still faster than me. I tried.
You did try. I will give you that. All right, Varys. Your perception was what? Did you do a
Never rolled
perception on your?
perception. I was the
Roll me
only
a
one that
perception.
rolled the perception.
Yeah, please roll me a perception, Varys. You as well, Julia. Or was that what your 13 was?
No, 13 was the initiative. Perception, I just got a 21.
Marvelous. All right. Okay. So none of you will be surprised. You are all aware of each other as this thing kind of comes lumbering through.
Get ready.
See what I did there? Came
I pat Death on his head 2 times.
All right. We will see what happens when 1 comes around. All right. Varys.
Okay. Let me look over my stuff real quick. It's been a while.
No problem.
Do you even remember
Okay.
any of your spell words?
Yeah, I remember that. I know how to pronounce them. But what does Witch Bolt do? I forgot. I learned a new spell, so I want to see what I can do with it. Let's see. Shoot a
Witch
beam.
Bolt? I was just trying to prepare how to do that too.
Oh, perfect. Shoots a beam, and on each of your
Let's
turns.
double this thing up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to be great. Let's see. What's the range on this? 30 feet. Okay. Okay, so how many feet is each square? 5?
Yes, the square is 5 foot. Diagonals count as double. So if you go from here to here, that's 5, then 15. Then to there, and there would be 25, 30. So 4 diagonals is 30.
Okay, so I move 20 feet down to here. And shoot, does this require casting time? Let's see.
1 action.
Yeah, 1 action. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, I gotta change
Concentrate.
music. We're in a fight.
So if concentration's at 1 minute.
That means you can maintain that for a minute.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Now, basically, whenever you are moving away from the creature, he's able to kind of take opportunity of that, unless you want to specifically disengage from him. But that means you can't then attack him. Basically, you're leaving yourself open as you leave the battlefield.
Gotcha.
And it would enable him to take a swipe at you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because
I'll cast it. So
Yeah,
I'll cast it.
Because what you can do is you can say, I'm going to disengage. That's your normal attack action slot. And then movement doesn't provoke after that. Or you can move. He'd be able to chance to swipe at you. And then go from there. So it's up to you.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
So basically, it's just if you want to cast at him, he's going to get a chance to smack you. If you just want to stay there and do it, you're good.
Gotcha. I'll try and take the risk. What do I need to roll for it?
Nothing. He's going to try to hit you.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, so I try and move out of his range.
All right. He's going to try to smack at you. He's pretty good at smacking things, just to be warned. But I'm using the roller, so it's a little bit better for you guys, honestly. Okay. And this is with his claw. So does that hit your AC?
Let's see.
Your armor class.
Yeah, it does. By
It does?
2.
Okay. And he is going to cause a fair bit of damage to you. Oh, that wasn't that. There we go. Sorry. I'm trying to find the thing because it's...
You rolled a 1.
I know, and I'm going to just roll one more because it's
Plus
a 2d8.
18.
It's a 2d8 attack, so I'm only doing 1 more d8. So 1 plus whatever this is. So 14 damage.
Ugh.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
I am unconscious.
Did you remember to do your HP upgrade?
I believe so.
You leveled
Did
up?
I?
Let's check.
Because I'm at 13 right now.
What's your... I'm going to pull your character sheet. I'll know in a second anyways.
You're a warlock, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you start with like 13 HP. How much do you start with?
What's your hit die? Is it a d8? D6.
Well, it was 8 plus. What's his constitution?
His con is 16. Oh yeah, you have more than. What's the warlock's hit die?
Hit die is 1d8, so he should have
So
5
so that's
plus whatever.
well, no, it starts off at it should start his because you got max at first level, which is d8 plus the 3, so that's 11 there. And then when you leveled, you could either roll, or you could take half plus 1 plus your con score.
So half plus 1.
So that would be
okay, so
that would be
9.
that'd be 8 hit points,
8.
Oh, 8?
which would give you 19 hit points total.
Oh, 19? Okay. I'll do 19 then.
Unless you want to roll for it and gamble and potentially get less, or potentially get more. Up to you.
No, that's fine. I'll stick to 19.
Yes, you have 5 HP, not unconscious.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I'm like.
Okay, so he gets me he knocks me to where I was gonna walk to.
Yeah.
But I get there. I get there. And very angrily, actually, can I cast my hellish rebuke as a
That
reaction?
is a reaction. That is a
Yes, you
reaction.
can. You very much can.
For that? Okay.
Oh, you finally get to do it. Say it, Alex. You've been waiting for this moment. Silence.
Hello, darkness,
The,
my
owl
old
bear.
friend.
Which is. Let's see.
Did you forget how to use your spells?
It's been a while.
I'm glad to know that I'm not going to be alone in the. Okay, so then what happens?
Remember, you
So
gotta
that's,
say you gotta say your spell before you can use it. It's a verbal.
Yep.
I cast
that was
magic
mine.
missile.
You did 17
Okay.
points of damage. Nice.
2d10.
Awesome. He is really looking forward to eating you.
Hold up. He's gotta say it.
Just real quick.
He's gotta say it.
It's true.
What's your spellcast thing, Alex?
What? I already said it.
No, you didn't.
We didn't hear it if you did.
Push to talk. Remember?
Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. I did it so good too.
Oh,
Okay, so he knocks me away, so like the red's pouring out of my eye, all that setup, blah blah blah. And I get very angry. So I point 2 fingers towards him, and I yell, "Pillage him, Satanile!" And I lift my fingers up, and he gets engulfed in a huge pillar of flames.
Yeah, beautiful.
Ooh.
There we go. That's what we wanted.
That makes me happy on the
yes.
inside.
Slow clap.
Oh, I forgot to ask you about this, Alexander. But can instead of like my shit being it's still holy damage, but can it be black rather than like light, since Nerul is death and evil? We were already talking about me going down the
Yeah, that's fine.
evil. Okay, good. Because I don't want white light coming off my scythe.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
On your character sheet, on the core character sheet, above your proficiency bonus, there's a thing that's been clicked. Read what that is. Okay?
Oh,
Like, look it up in the info tab. And just
Inspiration,
read.
nice.
He just got
the
it.
info.
Yep,
Oh, cool.
just
It's
so
a
you can see
free
the
reroll.
effects. Kinda.
Oh,
check it out.
Sweet.
So, you have that.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, and that'll end my turn. After I do it, I kind of like
You know you still have
Fall
your
down.
action, right?
I kind of fall onto my knees.
No, you still have your spell to
You
cast.
still
That
have
was
your
just how
action.
it
You
rebukes.
can still do
Oh, I still have my, okay. Well, I still
do.
fall to my knees. I'm like tired after that, but I kind of what should I do?
when he prones
Eh.
himself.
So I pull out my components. I pull out a twig from a tree, and I
Mhm.
kind of crumble up into my hand, and suddenly sparks kind of start to fly out of the palm of my hand. And very quickly, I do a quick flick of the wrist and point towards him. And I yell, "Futsunushi!" And it shoots out a witch bolt towards him, a beam of blue energy that strikes him
Mhm.
for.
Does Witch Bolt have to hit first or no?
I'll check.
Yeah. Range attack.
Well, I'm checking the silly. Oh, so what's your AC? What's the bear's AC? Because Alex,
Can you
what
see-
is your spell save DC?
13.
Okay, this is make a ranged spell attack. Okay, so you roll a d20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting stat, and your spellcasting stat should be charisma. So
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
rolled the
yeah.
d20. That's right.
so yeah, you roll
Okay,
a
so
d20 plus 5 is what you need to roll, and you're hoping to hit his AC, which I will not tell you because that's just silly. You hit, indeed. Now
Alright,
you can
perfect.
do the d12 of lightning damage, and you can leave that on him by concentrating on that for up to a minute, which is 10 rounds.
Got it.
So now roll a d12. So he's taken 4 more damage. You have done
And I'll
21 damage
concentrate.
to him. Yeah. You can still cast other spells while concentrating. You just can't cast anything else that has the concentration descriptor in it.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
neat.
So, Jillia, you have seen this fierce beast slash out quite effectively at one of your comrades for trying to move away and use magic voodoo. And it has
Okay.
been struck by lightning that is very familiar to you.
So if I try to, well, I'm going to say I haven't cast this before because that's awesome. So if I cast a ranged spell in melee, that's going to provoke, yes?
Mm-hmm.
But if I step back and try to cast, that's also going to provoke, yes?
Yeah. Well, sorry, no. It doesn't provoke in melee. I'm sorry. It doesn't provoke in melee.
I
It
am
gives
not
you
hearing you at all if you're saying words.
Hello, Walrus.
I can
Hello?
hear him. Can you hear
Hey,
me?
there you are, Walrus.
Okay. If you cast ranged, you don't provoke. You take disadvantage. So you have to roll 2d20 and take the lower result.
Cool. Okay, so, well, that didn't come out the way I thought it would, but so that'd be 16 would be the lower of those two.
Yes, it would be. Okay, and that will still hit.
Okay, I stand right where I am. My eyes grow wide as I watch him get smacked as he starts to walk backwards. So I mutter the same words that I heard and hope that I get the same result. And it seemed to have worked.
Okay,
So,
you and Varis, you notice that she basically tries her best to imitate everything you just did, and it actually manages to work, even though she said it slightly differently.
Oh, interesting.
7, and it has a pretty potent crackle of ozone in the air.
Stronger
Hey,
than
Bears,
mine.
that one looks like it did more impact than yours.
Hey, shut up, Davros.
Okay. On that note, he's going to roll a random. I'm not sure who to attack. So we're gonna do this.
Not it.
Knowing my luck, it'll be me, and I'm gonna die in one hit.
Not necessarily. Okay. Davros, evens or odds? Sorry, not evens. High or low?
Hi.
High. Okay.
don't. You never, ever pick high when he is rolling. Do people not know my husband yet?
All right. The bear is not thrilled with having lightning shoved at its face, and it has 2 little orbs above its head. And as far as it knows, the person who did it was standing right next to him. So he's going to look over at this very tasty morsel of a human and give it a couple smacks. All right. I hope you enjoyed her career as an adventurer.
I
We will-
did.
We will start with the beak. He's going to try to nip at you.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Almost twice.
Okay, so that's 1 hit, and we're gonna go ahead and just do this one at a time because that seems safer. Damage?
Claw, bite.
No, we just have.
And I'm
we
just
have,
referencing the
yeah,
the yeah.
Behir.
Yes, thank you. Okay,
So
12
that-
does not hit. I'm at 15
No,
right now.
12 is your damage.
Oh, okay, I'm still up.
Okay. Next swipe is
For
with a
now.
claw.
Uh
That does not hit.
huh.
And then the second claw. That
Bring
also does
it.
not hit. So just with a bite, just nips at you, gets a nice little piece of flesh out of your shoulder.
Does that
And-
disrupt my concentration? Concentration checks? What do I gotta do?
I actually don't remember. Let me check
It's
real quick.
roll a d20. It's
Yeah.
damage. I think it's how
DC,
much damage you
DC,
took.
DC is 10 or half the damage, whichever number is higher. So in your
10.
case, it'd be 10. You did not
Okay.
make the DC. The concentration is broken.
Okay. I need to let you to let me go, please. I love you. We just have to finish killing an owlbear.
Yep, you can tell her we're almost done.
All right, so it's my turn.
It is, in fact, the turn of the Davros of Davs.
All right, time to. So I double patted the head on young boy Death.
There is a very vicious scythe in your hand.
I'm swinging this bad boy.
You swing that bad boy.
Let's go. Beep, beep,
I
beep.
can't wait to find out how weak it is.
Plus.
You roll as normal, and I will do the adjustments on my end. That is a definite hit. You have lodged very neatly into its neck.
And I'm gonna divine smite this bad boy.
Do you have to declare that ahead of time or no?
No, it says when you hit a creature, you would do
Perfect.
it. All right, so that's 2d8 additional damage to whatever I do. So
Awesome. All right, so that's your additional damage.
that's my
What's
additional damage. Do I just roll the normal scythe damage then?
for now? You do everything normal, and then I will make adjustments.
All right, and then that's my scythe damage.
All right, now that's your scythe. So far, we're at 20, and once again, I'm gonna need you to give me a high or low.
Let's go with. I'm going high. It worked decent with me last time.
Low. Okay.
Oh,
It strikes a clean blow. It doesn't seem like anything extra kicks in.
All right, and then with my polearm master, I'm gonna smack him with the back end of death.
All right. That will hit.
And gonna use my last spell slot to do my last bit of divine smite here. So another divine smite. So I get, what is this? 2d, or no, it's, I wrote it down. 1d4 bludgeoning damage. 1d4 plus 2d8. Let's see if that works. That did work. Oh, is it just 1d4? Or is it 1d4 plus strength? On polearm.
Your
Is it just 1d4
Oh,
or do I add my strength to that damage?
Oh, I'm actually not sure. Usually it says. Let me double check for you.
Forget where it shows variance.
Yeah, I have to find it. I'm not seeing it. So... Polearm Master. Where are you at? There you are.
Polearm Master. The weapons damage die is 1d4 and it deals bludgeoning, so wouldn't that also go with my normal melee attack then as well?
Yeah, unless it says specifies anything else. I'm just trying to read it real quick. Unfortunately, phrasing is very important in D&D rules. All right, there you are.
The same ability modifier
Yep.
as the primary
Yep.
attack, so yeah, plus
Yep,
4
then you're
as
good.
well. So that's 11 damage on the second hit.
Ooh, marvelous. Okay.
So that's 31 points of damage this turn by me.
Yes, it is. He is not looking like a very happy owlbear. Basically, you hear, "Who?" Very weak, very tenuous.
Does he do anything? Because it's still technically my scythe.
I know it's still your scythe. Did you hit with the serrated part or the butt end? The serrated part's the only thing that might happen.
Oh,
something
okay.
with, so
Nope, just hit
you'll
with
have to
the
wait
butt
and
end.
see. All right, Julia, you are up, and hold on one sec. Where's my?
I'm up.
I thought
Wait, wasn't
yeah,
it me?
Varys is
No.
topping.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
Yeah, sorry.
Varys is-
No, it is Varys next. But one sec.
Do you even have any spell slots left?
no, I used both of them.
Same. Wait, how much damage did you do in your one turn?
I'm
19.
just-
17
bit.
plus 4, 21.
All right, Varys, you're up.
Okay. Since I'm concentrating, do I have to yell out my spell again for Witch Bolt to reactivate, or?
You just have to exist, and you are existing.
Okay. So I concentrate and I bring down the thunder once again.
Okay. And that is enough to drop it.
Oh,
Yeah! We did
It
it!
had
cool.
had a singular point of health left.
so unless I miss,
I had twice
gonna
as much
die.
as it does.
And it crumples to the ground. Since it was a spell attack, you have a charred owlbear. You cannot keep it alive. The only time you can keep something
Aw.
alive is whenever you attack it with a melee attack. That's when you get to choose whether to knock unconscious or kill. And this is now a dead owlbear.
You guys, we didn't even know if it was just minding its own business. It was just like, I'm an owlbear, etc.
Well, owl bears are very, very aggressive.
Okay. As
Only
it's
because we started smacking it.
as it's falling to the ground, it kind of begins, like in its death throes, it begins coughing, and it coughs up a lump of some type of. You can't even tell it's covered in mucus and maybe some digestive fluids, but it looks like it's purposely wrapped leather, like in almost like a leather scroll case kind of thing. You're not really sure what it is, but it's small, about the size of your palm of your hand, and just covered in goop in general.
You're the
And as
scholar,
it-
Julia.
And as it hits the ground, and you have the crackling energy subsides, you hear very faint, very small little hoo
Oh.
coming from directly east of you.
As I limp towards the beast, I feel no sympathy.
I'll look to the east.
I do. I'm gonna pick up the nasty scroll.
Okay,
Try
you
to
pick
open
up
it.
If you try to open it, there is a letter. It merely reads, "Congratulations. You, like so many before you, have killed a marvelous creature of nature after intruding upon its home.
Oh,
I'll see you again. Signed, B."
oh.
If you show everyone else, it's
Yeah.
probably Bren.
Yeah, it's Bryn. I knew it was.
Yep, it's Bryn.
As you look to the east, you find a nest with 4 owlbear owlets.
Oh, we have to take care of them.
Owlet cubs or owl cubs or whatever.
Death, how do
I
you
shove
feel?
them in my haversack.
So, don't.
That will
don't-
kill
don't,
them.
Please don't.
Oh, I don't.
Please don't get
I
mad
tried.
about this. Is what I kind of say to the group. But I put death down near the dead owlbear, and I'm like, I did promise you a corpse. And then I walk towards the little nest of owlbears.
Death is just rolling around, having a field. He just seems so excited.
But how are we supposed to take care of these baby owlbears? They didn't do anything.
We could give them to the kids.
It looks like we'll have to take them with us now.
Absolutely. We were talking about how they're challenging to tame, but they could be good companions,
We'll give
especially
these
capture
to
young like this.
when Pock comes back. We'll give these to Pock. I'm gonna go ahead and roll an animal handling to see if they'll at least let me approach without getting too angry.
Okay.
I'll roll it too.
Okay. They seem hesitant and scared. The instinctual drive of, hey, our parent, you're not sure male female, you don't know that well. Our parent of some nature just kind of went off, and we're not hearing its sounds anymore. We heard some pretty negative sounds a moment ago. Varys, you come up, you're able to get a little bit closer before they kind of freak out too much. But they're still, it's more instinctual at this point. They know that something bad has happened.
Aw.
I pull out a thing of rations and like toss it to Varys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
So-
catch the bag and I pull out the rations, kind of like hold my hand out.
Mhm.
And if they don't come towards it, I kind of like put it on the ground for them to come to.
Yeah, if you put it on the ground, they flump out of there, and they seem to be going after the bits of dried meat. They seem to be ignoring any of the non-carnivorous foods.
Aww.
I kind of try and like reach. I kind of
Adorable.
try and reach my hand out to kind of like gently like touch one of them, like pet them.
Yep, you have provided them with another source of carnivorous food. You are able to pull back quickly enough, but they attempt to nip at you, not as if they're trying to attack you, as if they're
But they're hungry.
So that's yeah.
Did we ride our horses out here? I'm just curious.
Yes, you did.
But
Shoot.
no, we didn't ride our horses out to the forest. We walked to the forest.
No,
Yeah.
you walk
Okay.
to the forest. The forest is just outside the town. I mean, this is
Yeah. Okay.
this is a
So it's not
10-minute
too
walk
far.
back. Yeah.
Do you think we could, like, I don't know, leave a trail for them, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of how we can bring these back.
So my
Some
hand's
pocket
gloved,
door.
right? And these are relatively small creatures.
These are pretty small right now. You're guessing they're not much older than a week, if that.
All right. So since
That-
my hand's gloved and I'm wearing chainmail, I just kind of pick one up or move my hand towards it, and I'm not afraid to get nipped at.
Yeah, they nip at you. It's not doing anything.
Well, you know, they're
It's not hurting. Yeah.
while they're nipping with like my other, like distracting them with the fingers of my one hand, so they nip at that. I kind of like attempt to pet them a little bit with the other hand to try and calm them down.
Okay, give me another animal handling. All right, I'll take your second roll. That works for me. Yeah, they seem a little bit more calm. They're still hungry, but they're not as fearful anymore because their immediate need was kind of met with the rations.
Is
And
their nest relatively like, is it sturdy enough to where I could pick it up and move it with them inside of it?
Yes.
All right, so I put like 2 more of my rations because I had like 10 of them, I think. So I put 2 more of my rations in the nest
Mm-hmm.
to corral them back into the nest, and once they go in it, I kind of pick it up and just carry them off.
All right.
And when we start walking away, I just kind of yell to Death, "Come on, Death, we're leaving."
Death will scurry up onto your shoulder. It smells freshly of blood and cinnamon.
Okay.
All right, and saddle up. And...
Just throwing this out there. I'm pretty hurt. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, same.
We just gonna let back down and get patched up there.
Once we like if we rest, we'll heal, or you know we can take a night's rest before going back to
Cool.
Greyhawk.
Just checking. Your other friends. One of them is able to heal, right?
Oh, I'm able to heal if I didn't use both my spell slots to fight.
Oh.
I believe you
throw
also,
myself on top of my horse.
Davros. You remember that you can get pretty handsy at certain times.
I do have lay on hands. I can patch you up a little bit. I'm what?
No, I'm
level 2?
fine. I'm fine. As long as we head back to town pretty quickly here.
Well, I mean,
die.
we're probably gonna take a rest, so I give them both 5 hit
Yeah.
points worth of lay on hands, just so that
Okay.
they stop complaining.
You guys both get 5 hit points to lay on hands, and then 12 more owlbears jump out. No, that's it.
No.
Spawn them all. It's like, oh no.
When you make
Plot
it back
twist.
to the town, the guards are they seem rather surprised that you actually seem to have found something. They see clear signs of battle. I mean, you may have healed up the wounds a little bit, but you still have some nice big gouges in your clothing, Varis, because that was a pretty palpable smack. Yeah, they're like, so there was a monster?
It was owl bears. Bryn brought them because this used to be an owl bear nest, and that's kind of what was happening. We need some meat, otherwise these owl bears are gonna start nipping at things.
They're gonna eat people.
Oh, then you can't bring them in town if they're going to start eating people.
They won't eat people, they'll just nip at people. I put my hand near one of them, like my gloved hand, to show like
Yeah.
it won't bite through the arm or anything. Like they'll just nip. They're just like little babies. We just need some food for them tonight. I'll pay you for it. I don't mind. Just
Oh, okay, then yeah, that's fine. We can get that sorted out for you. They direct you where you can go, where there's a guy who sells meat out of his house. They don't have a formal inn and a formal
yeah.
everyone just kind of self-maintains in the town. So there's the guy who
with the guard, I'm like, I know this is probably in really poor taste. Would you mind if we rested in old man Mitchum's house?
he just wide-eyed stares at you. I'm not gonna make that call.
Can you get someone to make that call? Because we need somewhere to stay tonight.
I
Well,
kind of like pretend to groan in pain, like holding my side.
But it's really laughter.
He looks over at you, is like, Yeah, go ask the constable. That's the guy who saw earlier who asked you to kindly not break indoors.
Oh, great.
So he directs you where he should be. You go there, and nope, he's still over at Old Man Mitchell's place.
Mr. Constable, sir?
Yeah, how can
I knock on the door that I gently placed against the wall.
All right, now that's happening. Okay, you can take a look at your character sheet above it, proficiency bonus. So
I couldn't not. I'm sorry. I couldn't not do it.
So he turns, and he starts like, "What in time?" And he stares at the nest.
We now have both meat and a nest of owlbear.
He stares at the nest. He stares at the injuries. So, you guys were attacked by a bear?
Your monster was an owlbear sent here by Bryn. Bryn was the druid that we were talking about, who was posing to be Philip, who also killed Old Man Mitchell. So just so you know, if you see Philip again, you might want to arrest him, but don't try too hard because you'll kind of kill all your guards.
Okay, so wait, I'm actually a little stuck on something.
Yeah.
What are those?
Oh,
those
these are little
bears?
owlbear cubs. Owlbear cub chicks?
Do you call them cubs?
I don't know. I guess.
Kicks?
So are they? They're like a bear
and an owl. Imagine the ferocity of a bear with the head and the smarts of an owl.
So it's like a bear, etc.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
They're called owlbears.
Yeah, it's a bear, etc.
But we're gonna be taking care of them. We'll leave tomorrow. We were wondering now if it's not too much, you know, because we did deal with your owlbear problem. If you could let us stay in Old Man Mitchell's house for tonight.
You can't tell, but he's staring at you. He's not contemplating. He's not upset. He's not happy. He's just staring as if like, this is my life right now. This is what I simply must deal with at this moment.
This is great.
Mr. Constable, sir. I mean, look how cute these little guys are, and I put my gloved hand back in there for them to nip at again.
They're adorable.
Look
Tink,
how
tink,
just
tink, tink.
adorable
All
these
right.
things are.
Oh,
And would you
I'm gonna
rather
let-
them stay outside and possibly get out and, you know, start nipping at the fingers of kids, or be in this house with us?
I'm gonna level with you. Some other towns may be more subtle. You're gonna need to bribe me.
Yeah. Well, how much you asking?
I can't even fathom the fact that you probably are able to acquire in a day what would last my family for a month. So you come up with that number on your own, and I'm gonna go to my office right now.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get no
come
more
back-
than 5 gold. And 5 gold for me fixing the house. You know, paying
I'm
for the
gonna-
door.
I'm gonna come back, and the door's gonna be back on there. I don't care how you do it. The door's gonna be back on there where it should be.
favor of my family.
Is that saying we can stay?
And I'm gonna go back to my office. Tomorrow, I'm gonna come here, and there's gonna be something on the table for me, and you're not gonna be here.
Deal.
Alright, so when he
That's
leaves...
fine.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I tell him that's fine. So he leaves. We get the door back on. I kind of just... I do my best.
Was the
Mhm.
body moved or is the body still there?
The body is gone. The all the clothes and all the extra outfits and weird costumey type stuff, those are all gone. And other than that, it's just an old man's house. There's dust on lots of things, except for one chair doesn't have dust on it because that's clearly where he sat. There's one section of books that were right next to the chair that he seemed to have read over and over, that kind of thing. Nothing of any special note, nothing of any secret nature. Just old guy living last few days of life.
Oh, I turn to Julia and Varys and go dibs on the bed. And then I walk over to the table and I pull out my sickle and I carve "fuck you" into the table.
Okay.
That's the thing that happened.
And then I put 1 gold coin on the table.
I look over
Imagine.
at the living room, and I go, Julia, you can take the couch. I'll probably just take the floor over here.
You can cuddle with me,
Thanks.
Varys.
Don't be weird. Or lay down. Go to bed.
Yeah, Davros, what are you talking about, weirdo?
So just like normally, like if you have a pet, so I lay down on it, and then
Mm-hmm.
I expect Death to somehow manage to sleep in the way that makes it the most uncomfortable for me.
That is very true. Also, I'd like to know what you're doing with the owl cubs.
The owl cubs I'm gonna put kind of by my bed with
Put a
more
cardboard
food.
box over their head.
With
Just
like,
put your hand in the nest and then sleep.
yeah, I just kind of I put food near the nest and then just kind of put my gloved hand there.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me see, what was my other thing I had? Oh, I tell Varys to kind of just sleep near the door so they can't get out.
Yeah, so I kind of like sit down onto the floor next to the door,
Mm-hmm.
and I exchange my mask for my comfy sleeping mask, and I let my head fall, and I go to bed.
Oh, before you fall asleep, I say, oh, don't lean against the door, it might fall. And then I
Cool.
just kind of fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
what
leaning against the door. I'm leaning against the wall next to the door.
As you guys are resting throughout the night, Davros and Varys make me perception checks.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Are we gonna wrap up after this sleep?
Yes, you are.
Because I gotta get going.
Yep. Varys, you are able to maintain sleeping. This is kind of a weird reverse perception check. Davros,
Yes.
you are awoken consistently by the nocturnal creatures that are in your room. And with that,
All
we will
night
awake.
long. It's like a
we will-
dog licking.
Next session, we will begin by you guys waking and trying to return to Greyhawk.
Yes.
Thank you all very much. It was lovely.
Oh,
was
don't forget to
fun.
heal yourselves because you just did a long rest.
Yep.
Right.
Long rest had been had. Adam.
Yeah.
Hang out for a bit on Discord just so I can talk to you about group stuff if you don't mind.
Group stuff for
Capstone.
Sure.
Like,
All right, and I am
Real
going to
work?
head
Come on.
out.
Okay.